Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nearly Music. I'm O'Neill Donald, and I talk about music, life, and fun. And today, I am talking about the new Demi Lovato album, Confident. Now, it's been a while since the album came out. It's actually been like what, a week or 2 weeks, and I've kind of not flaked, but like I just took my time really getting to know the album, only because I was also busy getting to know the Pentatonics album, and I was also listening to the Selena Gomez album. And unfortunately, I don't think I'll get to the Selena Gomez album before a certain announcement I have to make, but I'll let you know that. But yes, I was listening to the Demi Lovato album, and um, honestly, like I grew up on Demi Lovato, kinda. Um, but I remember back into her camp rock days and her Get Back days, into the Here We Go Again album, and that was like the album that I really got to know her because I downloaded it illegally and had it, and I was listening to it constantly. So I kind of like the pop rock Demi Lovato, but with Confident, Demi Lovato has stepped out of the pop rock scene and she's gone full blown pop. And it's not really about whether I like that or not, but it's not even that I don't like it. It's just that I love Demi Lovato as a pop rock person. But anyway, with the Confident album, Demi Lovato's gone full on pop, and with the production, with just like everything that's on this album is very, 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 very pop, and she's fully embraced it. Honestly, like even like listening to the album, it's just with a lot of things that Demi Lovato's been through, with like the rehab and just different things that have happened in her life. I feel like this is really a coming of age album for her, where she's made some discoveries about herself, and she's willing to put herself on the table and just be like, here I am, this is who I am. Just with very recent magazine covers that she's done, and just like even the way that she's promoting her album, like her new image. She's showing a lot more of her body. She's embraced what she feels is confidence, and that is what she has put on this album. And she's owning it, and she's not apologizing for it. But the thing I love about the album is that she doesn't have to say the word confident in order for her to exude the confidence that she now has in her and who she is. From song to song, you can tell that she's speaking from a different voice, and like really, the songwriters that helped her really got behind her and her voice, and really helped her to really hit home and be accurate in the way that she tells her story. Um, Honestly, there are so many great things about this album. Let me just say that Demi Lovato is an amazing vocalist. I feel like she is like the like where Christina Aguilera stopped. That's where Demi Lovato started. Just with runs that are absolutely insane, that are absolutely bananas, and the fact that she's actually a natural soprano. Like she has like this, like the places where her voice blossoms and the places where where she is most comfortable singing is very high. And I just need to like put that disclaimer out there before I make some notes on the album. But the thing is, uh even like just with like the Neon Lights tour, and I've said this actually because I've actually done vocal analysis of some performances that Demi Lovato has done in this new Confident era, and you can check out that video. I'll put it in the description. But just basically, I've seen like in the Neon Lights era and just times past, there's been times that she's had a lot of vocal troubles, and I was kind of worried where her voice is going, especially with even with Cool for the Summer. She only peaks at an F5, and I was like, oh, maybe her voice is gone, maybe she's not able to sing those high notes anymore. But there are G5s, there are A flat fives, there's a little bit of a touch of a B flat five that's on this album. Like Demi Lovato is not going anywhere when it comes to her voice, at least right now. And I was really pleased to hear her singing that high. Mind you, I will say that there were some high notes that actually weren't needed, and the thing is, Demi Lovato can sing like really high, and so I guess it can be thought that maybe she needs to sing high notes all the time. But like I felt like there were a few songs that didn't need the high notes. So for example, like For You, where she's singing like the for you, I'll do anything for you. In the last chorus, I didn't really think that she needed that. Like the song was good in and of itself, and then she had that long G5 belt that was okay at the end. And then in Stone Cold at the end, the with the if happy is high, and she's singing it for a really long time. I'm like, I don't really think you need this. Like, the song was great in and of itself. I didn't think she needed that high note. Um, but should I touch it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there. Just like even like with the way that she sings her high notes, sometimes they sound kind of a little bit constrained, and like she sounds like the notes sound like they hurt, and like a lot with some of the pitch correction and with the auto tune, like you can hear it, and it's kind of like annoying. It's not really like a great high note. Some of the notes just didn't really sit well in her voice. Just hearing them on the album, and like some were a little bit too long or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I really, and that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing, because it means that Demi Lovato, that she's so capable of a singer that she can actually hold back. And like she did, like, for example, I felt that Cool for the Summer, Cool for the Summer, yeah, that's the name of the song. Cool for the Summer, I felt like that could have been a great foundation of how to craft all of the other songs. But mind you, there were some high notes that were extremely well placed. Like, for example, in Old Ways, which is one of my favorite tracks, is one of the highlight tracks on Confident. There is this pull, total silence, and then the beat drops, and she's singing this G5, and she's like full vibrato, and like it's just wonderful. Like, it totally surprised me, caught me off guard. I was like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely bananas and bonkers. In Stone Cold, she's, oh my gosh, like she's just absolutely just killing it with the F5s, and just like the if happy is her, and like it's just really insanely good. Like, just the vocal performance on this album. I've spent a lot of time talking about that, but anyway, on to the lyrics. I feel like the lyrics, they definitely fit all of the songs. Like, there weren't any really like holes or spaces where there shouldn't be. But the thing is, as much as there is like the lyrics scream confidence from beginning to end, I felt like there were some times that they were kind of weak, in my opinion. There were times that for example, like Demi Lovato really touches like her womanhood, like who she is as a woman in this album. And I felt like there were times that she kind of sounded like a little girl, like a third grader that just broke up with their best friend because they stepped on their toe or stole their pencil or something like that. For example, like in Old Ways, like the beginning of the song where she talked about a knife sticking into the left side of her chest, I'm like, really? Like, that's a weak, like, it felt like a weak lyric. And then again in Waiting for You, I kind of really don't like this one, where she says that your band-aid was made of paper. I guess your band-aid was made of paper, so because it didn't stick to me. Like, I'm like, really? Like, that was such a weak, like really, you're gonna try and insult me by telling me that the band-aid I said I would give you was made of paper? Really, Demi Lovato? But anyway, yeah, it was kind of a weak lyric. But then I felt that the times that she was most confident and the times that she was most powerful were the times that she was the most vulnerable. And that is on Stone Cold and on Father, where Demi completely just bears her heart out, bears her soul, and you can even hear it in the way that she sings. She's singing about things that are very like, it's kind of like thin ice, because she's a celebrity. Celebrities, it's hard to be vulnerable because a lot of people can take advantage of you. And she was bold on this album to take some time, sing about love that she's had in the past, and sing about her father that's passed away, and the conflict of emotions that she has there. And I'll get to that in a bit with my highlight tracks. And in the lyrics, there's just so many drop mic moments. Like in Stone Cold, again, if happy is her, then I'm happy for you. Boom! Like, oh, my life. Like, it's just so good. Like that was just such a good line. I bet you when they were in the studio and they came up with that line, they were just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like just drop mic. But anyway, and then again in Father, like again, these are the two moments that I felt were the most strong for her, where she says, "I know you never got the chance to be yourself, to be your best." Like that is just such a huge admission for her, just in the case of experiencing abuse, and then being able to turn around and say, I know that you never got to be your best, like in this life. Like that is huge, like, and that's a huge place of strength, and a huge place of vulnerability. um I didn't really talk much about the production. I felt like the production really did a good job of allowing Demi Lovato's voice to really blossom and just be the center. It never got in the way. I felt like sometimes like the drops were kind of like, oh my gosh, another drop. And in Kingdom Come, I felt like although like it was really groovy, I felt like it sounded a lot like Black Widow by Iggy Azalea. And while I was listening to the song, I was just like, okay, this sounds a lot like Black Widow. And then Iggy Azalea pops on the song, and I'm just like, oh god. Like it really just like, I was just like, okay, this is like Black Widow Part 2. But Kingdom Come actually is a great song. It has some great melodies in the verse, in the pre-chorus, into the drop. Like it has a really great progression, but it still felt like Black Widow. Um not ignoring that fact, but it's still like, still there was just some great melodies all the way throughout. Like Old Ways, that chorus, I will keep changing my colors, like, ooh, that was such a good way to just go up the scale and just, stagger that for a bit and then just come down. Just really great melodies. And then yes, in yes, the phase me, lady, and like it's just a really good way to structure a verse. I really like the songwriting that went into that song. um all throughout, like it's just really good pop music. Like Demi does pop really, 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 really well. I still miss the Heart Attack sound. Heart Attack is still one of my favorite songs, but and I still kind of miss the Here We Go Again. But artists change and artists develop and change, and that's exactly what Demi's bringing to the table, with Confident. Now it's time for my highlight songs. I feel like this is the best part of my reviews because like I get to talk about the songs that I really, really love. And I have three songs here, but there's actually four. I don't know if I'll get into the fourth, but Old Ways. Old Ways. I've already been talking about it because it's already been my highlight song, and so it kind of gave it away. But Old Ways. Old Ways. And I just checked to make sure that I was using the right mic because I didn't do a sound check. Thank God I'm using the right mic. But anyway, Old Ways. I am just so pleased with the chorus and just that high note at the end, but also the breakdown. When she sings the chorus by herself, she's, I will keep changing my colors. And she sings it very, very pulled back. And like she sings the colors part only once. Like it's very pulled back, very, very nice. I'm just like, yes, Demi. Yes, Demi. Just really, really great melodies throughout. Just the production, it felt like it was very, very present, and like I just loved the bass in it, and she's just very, very present. Loved it. Again, my I feel like I already said all this already, but anyway, Father, the lyrics perfectly painted the conflict of emotions that she feels. Like, and I felt like this was the moment that she wasn't trying to be confident. She was very vulnerable, and it was the moment that I felt that she was the most confident again. But just the way that she present, like I felt like she like I can't remember the name of the guy that helped her write the song, but just the way that the lyrics perfectly capture the conflict that's going on in her heart, and that she's been hurt by her father, but she wants to forgive him and she wants to move on. And I just feel like there's a strength in, and even healing in, the fact that she's coming terms to the fact that she can't really figure this out, and she sings it, and she's and leaves it on the table, and it's just like, yeah, I don't really know how to feel right now. I sometimes I want to hate you, but I hope that heaven is giving you a second chance. Like, it's just, there's a huge conflict there, and I don't even know that if she's fully conquered that. But the fact that she's already come clean with it on this album is a very good place and it's a very mature thing for her to do. So I felt like it was really appropriate for this album. Um, and again, Kingdom Come. Yeah, I already talked about this stuff already. What other songs that have I not talked about? Oh my gosh, I didn't talk about Confident. I didn't talk about Confident. Confident is amazing. Why? Because and I didn't put this in my notes. I didn't really prepare for this. But Confident is just the melody from the get go. Like there's a great trumpet intro, and then from the get go, like it's just very, and like the places where they put the vocal layers, just really really insane. And then in the chorus, the chorus, of like pre-chorus area, like just you say I'm complicated, and like it's just very very authoritative and army like. I loved Confident. um Stone Cold, I've already talked about it. So I'm gonna go to another song and see what else I can talk about. Um Lionheart. Trying to remember the melody. Trying to remember the melody, but I know I know I liked the melody that was in Lionheart. Oh my gosh. Hmm. No, I'm not remembering it, but I liked it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the end of my review of Demi Lovato's Confident. And as I say in every video, that doesn't have to be the end of the conversation. You can follow me on Twitter at Neely Music. You can comment below, and I'm gonna see you later. But actually, it was gonna be a lot later. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a break from YouTube and social media for a while. So you may not see me for a little bit, but I will be back. I will be back. Like this is not the end of Neely Music. It's just I'm taking a little break. So if you don't see me commenting on just like things that are happening or whatever, don't miss me so much. You know, move on. There is life after. Anyway, yeah. Taking a little break, but I'll be back. But until then, I will see you later. Stay confident. Stay blessed, and I'll see you later. Okay, this is O'Neil Donald signing off, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Close.